Hello Capricorn, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Capricorn for the month of August. Now Capricorn, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go ahead and get a shuffle in here for you Capricorn. Now I am using the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, the Rider-Waite Tarot, as well as the Kipper Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to pick them up for yourself. So let's go ahead and get all the cards out here for you Capricorn and see what we have going on here for you. Hope you're enjoying the start of this Leo season. We're in the thick of summer. So, all right. That's looking just about good enough to me. Let's also take one, two, looks like you get, three of these Kipper cards. All right. And all right, that's good enough for right now. Energy on the bottom. You have the Nine of Pentacles. So Nine of Pentacles is an incredibly good card to find. This card deals with your financial independence in life. And you can see the amount of abundance that is available in this card. You can see the trees here have grapes. So fruit in tarot is about a harvest. It's about also sustainability, being able to sustain yourself with something. But this is also interesting because the bush here also has pentacles. And as you see, they have their hand on one of the pentacles. This is the idea that they have created and saved. They've created something in their life that gives them money, and they also use that money wisely. They save some of the money, right? And so this is the idea that I always like to say that this bush here in this illustration of the Nine of Pentacles, the symbolism of this bush in the Nine of Pentacles is like passive income, dividend investing, having a business that provides you with money month in, month out. It's this idea of passively earning or having something that kind of just appreciates in value. For some people that may be a home, for some people that may be something else, but it's this idea of being financially fit, being financially independent. And along with that, you can see that not only do they have one hand on their money, but they have another hand on their animal friends. And for me, this is about this idea that health is wealth. Okay, and so there's a lot more than just saving, and there's a lot more than just earning. There's also the other sides of life. And so it's a very good card to find when you get the Nine of Pentacles, talking about your independence. And this can be your independence generally in life. The Nine of Pentacles can talk about somebody who wants to be on their own in love as well. And so, yeah, definitely something to consider here. Now let's go ahead and dive into this and break this down some more. So in the overall situation, you do have the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords is all about resting and recovering from a potentially challenging situation. You can see the Three of Swords card on the banner above this person, indicating that they are healing from heartbreak. The Three of Swords card is a heartbreaking situation, but it doesn't always have to be relationships. It can be anything in your life, especially like the Three of Swords is like severance. So it's like something that is leaving. But the Four of Swords suggests that you are successfully healing from that. You can also see that they're praying. And to me, that's about like aligning your vibration to where you want to go and dropping the sort of struggle story, right? Dropping the struggle story and instead aligning your vibration to where you want to go and where you want to get to. So I definitely like to see that. Definitely some healing going on here for you in this month, Capricorn. And this could bring about a change in your mindset. This could bring about a solution to some type of situation involving finances because of the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom here, as we've talked about. It's like maybe some of you, like you know what to do, and now it's in terms of like making a project or getting a business started or investing, and now it's just a matter of sort of aligning the vibration and taking the action. So that's something that's coming in here for me, for you. Now, in the past, you have the Lovers, you have the King of Pentacles, and you have the Queen of Cups here. So the Lovers card is this Gemini energy, but it's really the energy of duality. You can see there are two people on the cards. Gemini is the sign of duality. And this can represent an important choice that you have to make in your life, in love as well, either in life or in love. You know, the fact that we do have the Lovers card could suggest that some of you are potentially thinking about, do I want to be in a relationship? You know, as you have the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom, which is more about independence, or do I want to, you know, dedicate my time to a relationship, or do I want to dedicate my time to something else? Do I want to dedicate it to myself? You know, some of you could be really weighing that option here at this time. I think it's sort of like the financial end of your life seems to be highlighted. And to me, with this Four of Swords kind of praying symbolism, to me, this is this idea that there's like a lot of mindfulness in this area of your life. Like you are spending a whole lot of time thinking about it, reflecting on the choice that you have to make here. And the fact that you have the King of Pentacles below, to me, suggests that you are taking a very, like a really practical sort of healthy approach to this choice that you have to make with the Lovers card. The King of Pentacles gets to this level of success, which they have a large amount of success in the tarot. As you can see, they're sitting on the throne. They have clothing that is symbolism for a harvest. As you can see, the fruit pattern here on the clothing is the same fruit pattern found in the Nine of Pentacles. This indicates that this person is financially independent and this person is well-to-do. And so it's like for you, you're making the practical choices. It's like, you know, am I really aligned towards love at this time? Or am I more sort of aligned towards, you know, you might already be married or you may already be in a relationship. So like, are you more kind of aligned towards something else in your life? Maybe it's the material side of life. I feel like some of you are thinking about this. You're kind of putting a lot of conscious thought into this. You do have this Queen of Pentacles here, Queen of Cups here as well. Queen of Cups is, you know, reminding you to take care of yourself. And I want to just kind of circle back to this idea here with the Nine of Pentacles and now the Queen of Cups coming in. Your health is wealth. Without our health, what really do we have, right? Without our health, what really do we have? And I think it's not just about your physical health. I also think with this idea of prayer in the middle here, it's your mental health as well. And I don't say that in a religious sense. I say that in a sort of spiritual, like you're probably, you know, making changes in positive thinking, making changes in, you know, maybe doing some affirmations, something like that. And so I think you're kind of looking at health in a holistic way. In the middle of the month, you have the Judgment card, you have the Four of Swords, and you have the Ace of Swords here. So the Ace of Swords is really a new beginning in one's life. This is a new beginning that leads to a breakthrough. The Ace of Swords can really be a kind of energy of divine inspiration, of knowing exactly what you need to do. This is a very welcome sign, especially here. Some of you are maybe cutting something out in your life. Okay, I get this idea of cutting something out. The sword on the Ace of Swords is this cutting energy, right? Letting go, releasing, cutting something out, moving on from something. And this is in pursuit of a new beginning. Okay, that's the highlight that I want. That's the thing that I want to highlight for you, which is this cutting energy is in pursuit of a new beginning. And I think that for some of you, you are feeling like this is, there's almost like, what is the term? It's almost like for some of you, this feels important. This feels heavy, like there's a lot of weight associated with this thing that you need to cut out of your life. As you have this Judgment card with it, the Judgment card is something that, this is like a very serious card. It's not a negative card. It's not really even a challenging card. It just is. The Judgment card is this idea of you kind of hearing the results of your karma. And karma is just the result of the actions that we take. It's the accumulation of the steps that we take day in and day out. That's what karma is. So these people are kind of awaiting their judgment, awaiting their fate, awaiting their destiny. And really what they're they're wanting to know if they can move on to the world, right? Because the Judgment card is number 20, the World card is 21. They're waiting to know if they can move on to the completion of this cycle that they are in. And so this can ask you to self-evaluate. Go into a period of self-evaluation and check in with yourself, see if you've taken the right steps and the right action. And so it's almost like there's this heavier energy about you knowing that you need to cut something out. And I do use the word cut very importantly here. And in doing so, you get a new beginning. Towards the end of the month, you have the 5 of Swords, you have the 7 of Cups, and you have the 6 of Swords here. So yeah, this idea of cutting something out, we have is coming in very clearly here towards the middle to the back half of the month here, with 4 Swords cards out of 6 total cards. So this is going to be very clear to you where you need to go, what you need to do. The interesting combination that you have here is this 5 and 6 of Swords, right? So these cards come one after the other. This person has on the 6 of Swords, they have their back turned towards the loss. Okay, the 5 of Swords is a loss. It's something that is cut out of your life. And for this person, they're like, okay, in the 6 of Swords card, they're like, okay, I lost this one thing, but let's sail forward, right? Let's sail forward and see what might be on the other side. And this person is embracing calmer timelines, calmer energies for themselves and for potentially their family here, as you see the family in the boat. And so it's like, I think some of you are recognizing that you may cut something out, but you're also probably getting something else in the process, which is a new beginning here. 7 of Cups just asks you to kind of come to a decision that you may have to make from a place of groundedness or grounded energy. The 7 of Cups can bring about confusion or maybe a little bit of this instability in one's life, because this person here has a lot of cups to choose from, and that can be a little bit confusing and overwhelming really in their life. And so the good news with the 7 of Cups is you have a whole lot of choices, especially as you have the 6 of Swords, which is like this idea of you getting in the boat, going somewhere new, sailing to a new place. It's like in doing that, you open up, you expand the amount of choices and options that you have. So love to see that for you. Let's go ahead and take a look at these Kipper cards. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps my channel out. And less than 50% of the people who watch my content are actually subscribed. And so if you're a regular viewer of my content, please do hit that subscribe button. All right, so you have occupation, bad health, and gift. Occupation, bad health, and gift. So when I look at this bad health card, you have to take all of these things into consideration. Actually, the author of this Kipper card, just to display to you how, it may not be literally bad health. The author actually considers this card to be their sex card in the tarot, or in the Kipper, because it's the only Kipper card that has the bed symbolism. And so that hopefully helps you understand that these cards should not always be taken literally. And when I look at the bad health card, I almost never feel physical ailment. I always think the bad health card is about getting your thoughts aligned properly, dropping negative thoughts, dropping negative thinking. And again, I talked about how you're aligning your vibration towards financial independence in this month. I think that's big. You have this occupation. This may come around through changing your career or just going deeper into your career in some ways. And gift, which is, gift can bring about bonuses in your career life. It can bring about like literally gifts of cash, or it can also talk about like the gift that you have to share with the world. But I did say there is a new beginning. You're cutting something out and you're getting a new beginning. So it could be a bunch of different things for you. Let's go ahead and see what we have here. So you have the King of Wands. You have the 7 of Cups again. So that's a significant card. You have the Tower, Page of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the King of Pentacles again. Okay, so we have 3 kings showing up here. King of Pentacles twice. I think that's your energy. Doesn't matter what gender you are. These are just masculine and feminine energies. And so I think this is you showing up here. I think there are revelations happening for you here, Capricorn, because you have the Tower with the King of Pentacles. The Tower, I think, for me, this is more about a revelation, like a spiritual understanding. You actually have my combination of a spiritual awakening, which is the one of them, which is the Judgment card in the Tower. That's massively, like, that's like, yeah, a spiritual awakening. That's like a massive spiritual understanding, and also a time for you to sort of reflect and go inward when you get the Tower and the Judgment card. So yeah, I think some of you are learning something here in this month about yourself. And I also think that in doing this, you're probably going to learn that you have more options than you may have previously thought, because you have the Seven of Cups twice. Seven of Cups, again, abundance of choice or an abundance of options. And not only that, but it's met here with the Wheel of Fortune, which is this idea that your destiny is sort of arriving. It's this idea that conditions in your life are favorable for a change. The Wheel of Fortune is another change card in the tarot. And remember, I said as you cut something out, you get a change or you get something new here. Wheel of Fortune brings luck into one's life. Very good card. And like I said, the road of your destiny may be sort of being opened up for you here in some ways. Now you also have this King of Wands and the Page of Cups. King of Wands is like this big, it's like the biggest card to find if you are somebody who has a passion for what they do in their work. This King of Wands person may be somebody who is married to their work or tied to their work. They get up every morning and love what they do. And if they don't love what they do, they change their job. Like, they will not stay in a situation that doesn't fulfill them. That's just not in the cards for the King of Wands person in this lifetime. And so for some of you, you're either getting out of a scenario that you don't enjoy doing, or you're having an understanding about what you want to be doing in the future. And the Page of Cups could represent some type of like invitation or offer that makes you happy, especially on the bottom here as you have the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So love what I see here for you, Capricorn. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.